Okay, next one is your spouse will stay the same throughout your marriage, and if not, it is time to part ways.
Marriage, people, is ever changing. Ever changing. That's the one thing that I'll
People just change in life, and that's just life.
Yeah, all the time. Expect to change. Expect to change yourself. Expect for your spouse to change. That's the part where people really mess up. They don't expect to change, or they're surprised or taken aback. And the initial reaction is fear. Like, oh, you're different. I'm different. We're not happy. We ain't happy. We gotta go our separate ways.
Divorce.
Divorce.
1-800 get that divorce. Things don't end just because you change. You just get to know and appreciate the change, as long as the change is a positive.
Well, you have to respect the change. The dynamic in our household changed completely from the woman I am today to the woman my husband met. When he met me, I was a happy little bopping along, exercising, volleyball playing, 20-something young woman. Now I'm 30 and I have 2 children. That's gonna make me a different woman.
Yeah.
You know, putting your career on the back burner. I've done that for a few years. That makes me a different woman. My husband is a different man. So we, as these new people, have to learn to grow and evolve together. But if you expect it, you do better.
I feel like I have changed a lot because we were originally such different people at core. Because when people meet Chris and I, our views, for example, our political views are the same. We're both African, we both speak French. You know, we have such things in common that people automatically think that, oh, they're on the same page on everything. He's a glass half empty, I'm a glass half full kind of person. We're 2 different people.
That's necessary. Don't you think in all relationships you can see the yin and yang dynamic?
You can.
It's almost natural.
One isn't, the other one is.
People and two fiery people together.
Man, you know what? They're in the divorce office. That's where they are.
They're on divorce court.
The passive people are just gonna procrastinate.
They're
a little bit longer.
They're just sad.
This next one is really good.
Okay.
Love is all you need. Love don't pay the bill.
You can be loving each other in a box.
Earlier when we said that, Jessica said, she said, I sure love these gummies.
I do. Do you have some left?
See, I love these gummies, but they don't do nothing for me. Love is great, but at the end of the day, love is not everything. Love is, how much percentage would you say love
contributes to a successful marriage?
Yeah. I want you to go first. And then
oh man. I think I'll say 25%.
I was gonna say 30, and I thought I was gonna be really low. It's not everything. You need so much more. You need compatibility. You need
maturity.
You need maturity. There's so much that goes into it that at the end of the day, when things arise, you can't just go, but I love you.
He's broke.
We can't pay the light bill, but I love you, girl.
You is kind. You is smart. You is impotent.
But love is what brings you together. But love is not really going to be what keeps you together.
Amen. Preach.
You can leave somebody that you love. And I'm sure a lot of you have broken up with people that you loved. But you couldn't be with them because he wasn't no good. I'm sure a lot of you, there has been men out there that you loved, and maybe that loved you, that you had to let go because you wanted to move forward with your life and they were holding you back, or they were beating your ass. It's really just that simple.
I'm gonna take a moment and say, if you get your ass beat, it's not love. Chuck and deuces and go.
I do love my husband, but I feel like there's so much more things keeping us together than just love.
Because I love my husband,
yeah,
I will do the things necessary, the hard things, as will he, so that we can be together. I will compromise. I will take a back seat. my career. I will sacrifice maybe spending. Do something that's outside of my comfort zone.
Why are you looking at me when
He
you
does
said
the
sacrifice spending?
same. You know why I'm looking at.
Next question. Happy couples don't argue.
Yes, they do.
They do all the time.
Arguments are going to happen. Disagreements are going to happen. That's just a part of it. It irritates me when couples try to act like they don't
ever
argue or disagree. That's a red flag. Like, ooh, y'all crazy. Someone's getting stabbed. Soon.
I think it is. Oh, okay.
Do you want?
I think I might need a little sip. No, I don't like it when we argue a lot because that means that there's something underlying that's going on that we're not addressing, and stupid arguments on the surface keep recurring.
Oh yeah, arguments are a symptom of a problem.
Really? Oh,
they're a symptom of a
diagnose
problem.
this.
Yes,
But
let me
get
do
it, Dr. Jessica.
That's why you're still sick, because you're going to Dr. Jessica. No, but and when you argue about something over and over again, it's a symptom. But it's necessary to get it out. There are some couples who don't argue, though. But I don't even think it's that.
that's
There's
not
some
true.
people who are really passive and keep everything inside. I don't know how they do that.
I consider myself a pretty passive person when it comes to shut up. When it comes to like arguments, I can be very passive. I'm not a turn up arguer. Not with my husband anyway. In my relationship, I'm a passive. It's not
I
worth
can't
it.
see you turning up.
Let
with
it
your
go.
husband. You turn up with everybody
else.
I'm the opposite. I didn't turn up at home.
and then turn up on her poor husband.
It's not my poor husband. It's not my poor husband. Like he's tough. I'm free with him. I can argue with him because I know he loves me.
Here is the last one that we have. It's called full disclosure for a happy relationship. Don't do it. And I think we should explain what we mean by that.
Yeah, we're not talking about clothes. Get naked today. But
we're saying that sometimes people preach, and I've heard a lot of people say this, relationship experts say this, you must bare your soul to your partner to have a functional relationship. You must tell him everything in order for you guys to move forward.
Right. And this does not include financial infidelity.
Yeah.
I think people need to be upfront with finances.
Financials. What is that?
That's a new eyeshadow. I don't know.
But you need to be honest with your credit score, because that directly affects that person.
Well, they're
and their
linked
life.
together anyway. Good luck hiding your credit score from your
and also
spouse.
any criminal background needs to be disclosed unless it's been expunged.
What you get into?
What else do you think needs to be disclosed?
Finances, credit score. I think your family dynamic. To know a person fully, people come with people come with baggage. That should be
They
disclosed.
need to know what they're getting themselves into.
Right.
You don't want somebody who's going to be afraid of your family once he's already married, once you're already married.
Right, or you don't want to spring any surprise like, now that we're married, let me tell you.
Uncle George crazy as hell.
Right.
When he come over here, don't open the door.
Right, and we're really part of the mob. So, if you ever have a problem, it's handled. The Uncle Tony. 2 Sopranos.
Things that do not necessarily need to disclose.
Oh, you don't need to talk about past relationships.
Don't do it.
Don't.
They always say, "Oh, sweetie, I want mine. We're together now. What's the past is the past." Lies they tell. It is not.
I like to know everything. And then I'm like, I can tell you everything.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
For me, I'm the same way. You tell me everything I want judge you, and I tell you everything you want judge me. And I find that men get very sensitive about the past.
Wholly passive aggressive.
They know that. I don't think men know how sensitive they are about the past.
Very sensitive. You know, sometimes you can keep those kind of things, you know, to yourselves. Things are not what they seem. They, you know, we feel like I'm gonna tell you, and then they come off on the surface like, oh, it's okay, but.
And this goes both ways. There's some women, they learn about your past and they go absolutely nuts. They start researching, Facebooking, hiring private investigators. Is that you?
I don't hire anyone. That's expensive. I'm just curious. I am.
Just curious.
I'm just curious. I just want to be cuter than everybody else.
So after saying all of that, that's all we had. We would love to hear you guys' feedback. Tell us what you think of the video. Please let us know if you would like me to bring Jessica back or force her to come back in another video with me.
I live far away.
And she lives 5 minutes away up the street.
Maybe 6.
And also tell us what myths that you've heard about marriage. And if you're single,
what are your marriage expectations?
Because reality is something else.
Or maybe that's just us.
Having said that, we sounded a little bit like we were like, boo, marriage throughout this video.
We are both happily married. Happily married. Friends. Our husbands are friends. We have other married friends. Marriage is a good thing. I believe in it. Some people think it's antiquated and old school. I don't. There's a place for marriage.
It's only people who can't get a man that say that.
You said it!
You were thinking it. What a beautiful chocolate man.
Find one today.
Thank you guys so much for watching. On that note, we're gonna go.
Bye.
Bye.
You think you know your mate before you marry them?
You don't.
When you get married, it opens a whole
can of worms.
Worms, snakes, rats, lizards, and animals.